damn it, son, where are you when I need you? And when I don't need you, here you are. Let's move this whole thing around. Hey Corillo, I'm Nemesis. Welcome back to my channel. Alright, before we get started, let's talk about the song of the motherfucking week. Oh my god, the way I am exposing myself with this song, yeah. The song of the week is the Glee version of the song River Deep Mountain High. Yes, I used to watch Glee when I was in high school. Yeah. Was that show a fucking fever dream? Yes. Was Rachel Berry an actual sociopath? Yes. Did they give us bangers though? Yes. And let me tell you why. Because there were only two characters that mattered in the whole show. The rest of the cast, I could live without. But Santana and Mercedes, that's where the it was. The most underused, the most underappreciated, the most talented. Don't fight me on this. Everything that they sang together, banger. For those of you who watched Glee back when I was on it, do y'all still listen to Glee? Because I still do. Embarrassing! Anyways, let's move on. Alright, so as you saw by the title of today's video, I got an interesting one for y'all to say. Today we're going to be doing 3 wash day routines with the same exact products, but I'm going to show you how I get 3 different results depending on how I use these products. This idea came to me because I have constantly told y'all before that wavy hair is incredibly versatile. And also another big purpose of me doing this is because I feel like the internet and a lot of like curly hair accounts really push this idea that you need different products to achieve different things, when in reality you don't need a full cabinet of 10 different types of defining creams, 10 different types of gels, 10 different types of mousses for each specific thing that you want to do. Granted, there are specific products that make it easier for you to achieve a certain hairstyle, a certain hair pattern, but it is not absolutely necessary. Let me give you the lineup of the products that we're going to be using for all 3 wash days. Starting off with shampoo and conditioner. I'm not going to show on screen me washing my hair once again because oh my god, are we tired of that? Yes. But this is the shampoo and conditioner I used for all 3 wash days. I used the Twist by Wavy shampoo and conditioner, the oil infused shampoo, and the hydrating conditioner. For leave-in conditioner, I use the Ceremonia Guava leave-in conditioner. For a defining cream, I'm gonna be using the Briogeo Curl Charisma defining cream. Then I'm gonna be using 2 different types of gels. For a light hold gel, I'm gonna be using the Kristiness Curl Jelly. And for a more medium to strong hold gel, I'm gonna be using the Camille Rose Curl Maker. And of course, to seal in everything, all the moisture, and to scrunch out the crunch, I'm gonna be using the Jisoo honey infused hair oil. So now that I explained all that shit, let's get started. Let's go on to the first wash day, shall we? Hi besties, welcome to my definition focused wash day. On this wash day, I'm gonna be focusing a lot on how to get the most out of my curl clumps, basically how I get the juiciest curls possible. And as you saw, I started with my leave-in conditioner. I'm gonna be raking it kind of like away from my head to start giving it a little bit of like root lifting. And the reason why I started with a leave-in conditioner is because in order to get the most definition possible, I need to keep the frizz as tamed as possible, and moisture is always the answer for that. After that, I'm gonna start actually sectioning my hair into smaller parts. You can decide how big or how small you want your sections. For me, the perfect amount is 4 sections, 2 in the front and 2 to focus on my bottom layers. Also, is it me or do I look like a Star Wars character with this on my head? Anyways, I'm gonna start now re-wetting my pieces because they got a little bit too dry until I can hear that nice squishing sound. And also, this routine is gonna be very familiar to this video that I'm gonna put on the screen right now. After my leave-in conditioner, I'm gonna go with my defining cream. So I'm gonna start raking it through, gliding, and then doing a little bit of scrunching as I always do. If you watch my videos before, honestly, this routine, it's pretty standard. You've seen it before, I'm pretty sure. And after doing the exact same thing on the other side, I'm gonna do this little root shake you're gonna see in a minute. There we go, just to make sure that the clumps are separated. And now we're gonna move on to the first coat of gel. Yes, we are. I'm gonna apply this gel the exact same way I applied my defining cream. If you've seen any of the 2 videos that I'm gonna put right now on the screen, this routine, you know it. Honestly, you can even skip this part of the video and and go to the next routine. But if If you haven't, the reason why I use 2 gels is because it really helps to hold those juicy curls we're about to form. And now for the secret weapon, brush styling, babes. This is my absolute favorite definition technique, using my nylon/boar bristle brush to brush style using the ribbon technique, or you can even use the brush coiling technique, which is even better to get more defined, tighter, juicy curls like you're about to see. Oh my god, it's so good. You can do this all over your hair, you can do it in certain pieces, or you can even use another definition technique you might like finger coiling, finger rolling, whatever it is, my good sis. And then just give it a good shake around the roots to make sure all the clumps are separated and not too big to handle. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? After brush styling, of course, let's get into the second coat of gel, and this is when things get really juicy. As I already said, the whole point of adding a second coat is adding a little bit more hold to the curls, so I'm going to be very careful with how I apply it. I'm gonna scrunch in the curls, but by gently cupping them instead of like really scrunching them like crazy, because I don't want to disrupt the pattern first, and second, I don't want to add any unnecessary frizz to them, okay? And after doing this to the entirety of my bottom layers, look how cute they end up looking. Look at the definition, babes. Oh my god. Oh my god. Now I'm just gonna squeeze out any excess water and any excess product with my microfiber towel and do the same thing to my top layers. And look how it ends up looking. It's so cute. It's so pretty. Look at the clumps. Oh my god. I didn't really do much to my bangs, so let's ignore that. But now let's move on to diffusing. So I'm gonna diffuse mostly by using the hovering technique. Do you remember? I kind of explained it on this one video that I posted about diffusing. It is the best technique to use for the most amount of definition and the least amount of frizz possible. I did do a little bit of scrunch diffusing at the end, but for the most part, it was hovering. All right, my children, my hair is pretty much dry. So since we layered 2 different gels, the cast is most definitely very strong. That's why it still looks kind of like shiny. So we're gonna break the cast, but we're gonna do it very carefully because since we are striving for definition, we don't really want to disrupt the clumps too much. I'm only gonna use around 2 little drops. In order to not give myself that much frizz, I'm going to glide the oil instead of going straight into scrunching. And once I feel like my hair is starting to get like softer, I can feel it getting less and less scrunchy, that's when I'm gonna start scrunching it out, but keeping in mind that I cannot go too crazy, okay? And as I'm scrunching, I'm also going to be like shaking my roots like this to break any gel residue that I might have around my roots. All right, and it's done. There's no more gel cast. So now we have these very, very juicy curls and clumps that you can decide to leave them like that if that's the look that you like. In my case though, I like breaking these because it gives the impression that I have more hair than what I actually do. And who doesn't like that? And that is pretty much it. If you so desire, you can definitely give your hair a good root shake, and that's it. These are my results for my definition focused wash day routine. The curls are juicy, the curls are plump, they are very, very bouncy, very, very noticeable, and that's it. I'll see you on the next wash day, baby. Hey there, bestie, once again. So for today's wash day, we're going to focus a whole lot more on volume rather than definition. So I'm gonna start by not using a leave-in conditioner, haha, because this will weigh my hair down a little bit. And since we want to get the most volume possible, I'm going to be using very little product per section. Speaking of sections, I'm going to section my hair in a very different way. We're going to do what's called upside down styling. So as you saw, I already separated my front pieces from the rest of my hair. And I'm gonna be styling them, yeah, you guessed it, with my head flipped over upside down. I already started by re-wetting. I'm gonna put the tiniest bit of defining cream, especially in my front sections. This is such little amount of hair. And I'm gonna be gliding them away from my root. And do the same exact thing with my first layer of gel. Every product we apply is going to be glided away from the root. Is glided a word? I don't know, but you know what I mean. And now I'm going to incorporate some brush styling, but it won't be for the same reasons as my previous wash day. The point of using this type of brush styling, specifically the ribbon technique, is to get my roots to be as lifted as possible. That's why I'm brushing away from my roots. So now that I go in with my second layer of gel, which again I'll be using just a little bit, I'm going to scrunch it in, but I don't have to be as careful as I was for my previous wash day. We're not too much worried about definition, we're more worried about volume. So now I'm gonna move on to my second section, which will be kind of like my middle layers. This was a little bit difficult to divide, but once you kind of get the hang of it and use as many clips as you need, it gets a little bit easier. See, I have 3 main sections. But before getting started on that second section, I'm gonna clip the first one on this little baby clip so that it doesn't get mixed up with the rest. And now I'm going to repeat the exact same steps on that second section, starting with my defining cream, the first coat of gel, followed by the same type of brush styling, which is the ribbon technique, and topped with our second and final coat of gel. Woo! And after all that, this is how we're looking. Definition is still pretty good, even though we're focusing on volume. Now for the third and final layer, I unfortunately couldn't do it upside down because my hair is just way too long, and honestly my neck would have fallen off of my body if I even tried. So instead, I'm just going to divide it in 2 sections and kind of style it as I usually do, but keeping in mind that every time that I apply a product, I am going to be applying it, gliding away from my roots so that I can still get that nice root lift, even if it's just in my bottom layers. And after styling all the different sections, this is what we end up looking like. Now we gotta flip this hair back, and we're gonna do it very carefully. So we're gonna start first by flipping it to the side, because if you carelessly just flip it back without doing this, you might get a lot of like wonky curls stuck to your scalp, and we don't want that. So do this. It's way more seamless, and then your hair is gonna start falling exactly where it is that it needs to fall. Yay! If you have bangs or any short front pieces, this is the moment to style them. I'm just gonna do a little bit of finger rolling in mine and then squeeze out any excess product and excess water I might have on my hair. Also, don't forget to shake the roots in the back of your head because you don't want any wonkiness going on behind your back. No. Now for the fusing, you have a few options. You can go ahead and diffuse as you normally do, hovering or whatever, but I prefer to start hovering with my head upside down. And once I feel like my roots are pretty dry, I can move on to scrunch diffusing, which helps a lot with volume. Okay. Okay, so this is how the hair looks now that it's completely dry. I don't know if you can tell, but I can tell right away. This is way more volume than I had on the previous wash day. My roots are significantly more lifted, and I haven't even scrunched out the crunch. So let's get rid of that. Where did I put my oil? Be right back. Okay, I'm back. We're gonna use the same oil, but I'm gonna scrunch out the crunch a little bit differently than I did on the previous one, because in the previous one I was a little bit more careful, but for this one, no babes, we're not worried about that. So I'm gonna scrunch out the crunch by actually scrunching. Like, I'm not gonna be really too scared of scrunching. Will this add a little bit of frizz to my hair? Yes, but honestly I kind of want it because that tiny bit of frizz will help with the volume. You know, it is what it is. And even though we focused a lot on volume, the definition is still there. It's not like we completely abandoned it, because hello, other than scrunching, you can go ahead and flip your hair back and forth, give your roots a good shake. Trust me, it does help with volume and with bounciness and all of that. That's it, y'all. This is it. This is my volume focused wash day result. I mean, literally, if you can't see it, get some prescription glasses, because I can definitely see how this is way more voluminous, way more like full of life. It's giving Sarah Jessica Parker. Let me give you a look at the back of my head. It's so nice, and my hair just feels so weightless and bouncy since we significantly reduced the amount of product that we used. My hair is a lot lighter, a lot bouncier, and it feels like I can just move around and not have to worry about like, oh my god, are my clumps like okay? Literally the only reason why I don't do it so often is because it does take like some physical labor to do upside down styling, but the results are always worth it. All right, but that's it for the voluminous focused wash day. let's move on to the third and last one, shall we? Oh my god, you made it to the last wash day. Thank you so much. Welcome to my lazy girl wash day, babes. This one is the wash day I do when I ain't got time for the nonsense. I ain't got time to brush style. So I just divide my hair in two different sections, take a little bit of leave-in conditioner and focus it on my ends. Now moving on to defining cream, I'm gonna grab a little bit and start gliding it all over that section of hair, and then doing a little bit of scrunching, and then I'm gonna realize that I took too little, and I'm gonna grab a little bit more and focus it more on my bottom layers without really having to divide my hair into sections. Then we're gonna skip on the light hold gel and go straight into our strong hold gel instead. We're gonna do the exact same thing, just glide and scrunch, and after doing a little bit of scrunching, I mean, the definition bounces up right away without really having to do that much. Then of course, as standard, we're gonna squeeze out any excess water, any excess product, and that's literally the whole entire styling routine. Woo! And now let's finish everything off with some diffusing. Hello, I'm back. My hair is now pretty much dry, and since I only used one coat of gel and it was only like on two sides, the cast is not strong at all. It's pretty regular. I'm pretty sure I could even break it without an oil, but we're not gonna do that. Taking the same amount, 1 to 2 drops per side. Literally with just a couple little pass-throughs of the oil, the cast is already dead, disappeared, finito. And my hair feels so fucking soft and bouncy since I used so little product, but we still have definition. We just don't have like very tight curls or anything like that. This is the easiest wash day ever. It literally only takes 2 steps, gel and defining cream. But even though it's very minimal and very easy, it's not like I'm sacrificing my hair to look bad. Like, it's like that bouncy beach wave type of look. This is for the girls that just have places to be, they have things to do, they ain't got time to be stressing too much about their hair. Material girl. And that's it. I'm gonna pass you along to Nemesis from the future to give you some final thoughts, okay? Bye. Hi, welcome back. How was that? What did you think? Okay, now that you saw all 3 different results, I'm gonna tell you that my favorite result out of all of them was the second wash day, the one that I focused the most on volume. And this actually took me by surprise because I've mentioned before on my channel that I value more definition rather than volume when it comes to my wash days. But there was something about that one where I feel like I achieved such a good balance between both things, both volume and definition. And also that wash day lasted me a really good amount of time. For the majority of my wash days, I kind of go for wash day number 1 because definition is so important to me. But I might start switching it up more. But tell me, which one was your favorite? Which one was your favorite routine? And which one was your favorite result? Like, would you try any of these routines? Do they seem a little bit too hard, a little bit too time consuming? Let me know in the comments. Let's discuss, babes. And that's it. I hope you found this fun and helpful, entertaining, whatever positive feeling you left with after watching this. Or did you find it stupid and boring? Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking and subscribing to my channel. Also, please follow me on Instagram at NemesisMario6 and on TikTok at NemesisMary_06 for more hair content and shenanigans of my life. And most importantly, girls, boys, gender non-binaries, have a great rest of your day. I am so fucking annoying. I need to stop. Bye.